Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Dutch Guy's Garage. On this episode, we are going to be working on our 1978 Dodge Aspen Super Coupe.
Don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself.
Well, what do you say we get thrown out of an Applebee's?
Yeah!
Hey, Woody. So, I know what you all are thinking. Why aren't you working on your garage? That's a good question.
Lazy bum.
So anyway, yeah, tired of working on it. Tired of working on the garage. The whole thing's a disaster. The wind has swept dirt and all kinds of junk in my shop. And, you know, smart idea is to put cars and stuff and workbenches and all kinds of stuff in your garage before it even has walls up. Because that's, you know, that's what people do. At least that's what we do. So, yeah, today, let's work on the Super Coupe. Got a package. So let's see what's in this nice package. Now that we're all awake, mystery box. So, what we got? Awesome box here. Ooh, I know what I ordered now. Ugh, this is some terrible packaging. Oh. Oh. So, maybe, there we go. I should set this down something so we don't scratch it. There we go, that'll work. Got our new racing seats. Well, seat. The other one's in the other box. Looks like they recline at least. They go back up. Oh goodness gracious. I'm gonna get old before this thing gets flat again. As you can see, they're that same caramel color that we got for seats. Well, interior I should say, in the Super Coupe. Yeah. I like it. You got some pleating. And yeah, I think they'll work. I think they'll work just fine. They're from eBay, so I'm sure they're going to be great. So, and I guess they're heated. Also, there's heating. I don't know. There's a plug down there, so apparently there's heating stuff in here. So heated racing seats, I thought were a nice option. So. Yeah. See what we gotta do to put these in. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Where's your hood? Well, it's over there. I don't like it. anymore. I don't know. We went to a car show in the big city yesterday, and the hoods bothered me. It's the one thing that always bothers me about this whole car because it doesn't match the car. It's from another car that used to be orange, and it was kind of a, well, stock hood doesn't clear that, and that was the only hood I had with a decent hood scoop, so that's the one it's had for a while, and I don't like it. So we're gonna fix that. So here's my thinking. So we have our factory seat. It's in nice shape, but it doesn't hold you in. It doesn't keep you from flying around in the whole thing, and it's got that action to it. And that's the one thing we are gonna have to figure out is seat belt. I'm thinking get rid of these guys, and I'm gonna put a whole new 5-point in there, maybe, possibility. That's my thinking at the moment. So if I set that seat down on the ground, it's obviously going to be way too low. So my current thinking is we unbolt this seat, leave the factory tracks, because these tracks are actually, they're like 2 inches wider than those tracks. So if we unbolt these, and then we get like a 1/4 inch plate, bolt the plate to the old tracks, and then bolt that plate to the new tracks, not only can we like make this seat go all the way to the back, you know, for form and function, and then we don't have to make crazy brackets and any of that stuff to work. And if you put a 1/4 inch plate in there, a 1/4 inch plate's never going to go anywhere. So that's my thinking. So let's pull this seat out, pull the tracks out, and do that. So basically where we're at since last time we were there, I was going to mount the plate to the seat, and then I decided that it's actually going to make it a little bit too tall. When you're talking in terms of a couple inches, another 1/8 inch is too tall. So I did do, I mounted the tracks that are on this seat to the original tracks to this seat, and then I drilled a 1/2 inch offset hole on the inside, because that's how far we were off, and which is still in the structural hold down seat plate, which is welded into the floor. And so we're still pretty good. It's structural, whatnot. As far as function, we can go back, we can go forward, we can lock in place, and then we do have our other one. We can go way forward or way back. Just gotta get that to lock in place. There we go. So yeah, you can get a really big tall guy, and then we can recline our seat. And the real test, we have about 3 fingers on top of our head. Helmet test, we have about 2 fingers. So 2 inches between helmet and that. The only thing we do have to fix is the little seat belt, because it's going to be right into your throat. So we're going to have to make a retainer on the seat, hold the seat belt actually down and out. Besides that, I'm decently happy not doing that plate. So this actually worked out quite well. So let's go to the other side. Oh, we gotta get the driver's seat out. Oh, jeez. Come on there. Let's go. Oh. Oh. Wow. That was a big noise. Alright, we have our 2 seats here side by side. This one's got some ventilation. Even more ventilated on this side. So we're gonna get these seat tracks off, transport it over to here. Notice our new workbench. It's pretty nice. Alright, so what we got is trackage. So we should be able to set that in there and then just drill this whole 1/2 inch in. Should be perfect. So we got to line up this outside so that the adjuster doesn't hit the door panel. So this hole is going to fall where it used to be, and this one just a 1/2 inch in, or 1/2 inch out. Sorry, excuse me. So our seat will be in the same place. Should be nice and square on the steering wheel. Alright, so basically what we have is seats. Did the same thing as the other one. And you can see we still got the factory plastic and seat rail, and they're a little bit more difficult to get into, but yeah, they're not bad. Color's a little bit off of the factory caramel, but it's more of a buckskin. But we're comfy. We can race. We don't flop around like we were, and it's way more gooder. So there's lots of clearance for helmets and race car things. So I'm happy. And my wife came and sat in her seat, and she's happy too. So I think overall we're winning. So next weekend we have a race at the very large 2.5 mile long big race, road course race, and I think we're going to be able to push it. So our last race, biggest downfall was the seats. As the ones that watched that video will remember, they were flying all over the place, and the car had so much more to give, and we didn't have any more seat. We were either all the way over here, or we were all the way over there. We were trying to hold on here, and yeah, the center console's broken free of the metal mount, and we actually had our passenger go into the back seat because his seat actually broke because he went so hard in the door panel and then came back. The only thing we are going to have to modify is the seat belt yet, which I'm kind of thinking, because the original hoops right here, there is metal for me to drill into, which I'm scared to drill into race seats, because you only get like one chance to drill into those, or else it's going to look like crap. And I don't think the factory low back seatbelt retainers are going to work, so I think I'm going to run a factory high back seatbelt retainer on these, because I think they're going to go more with the high backs that are these seats, which I do like. My wife said, she says, well, the headroom's way back here, but if you got a helmet on, it's perfect because it's a race seat, and that makes sense. So yeah, we're going to put some factory high back seatbelt retainers on, and I think we're kosher. I think we're good to go. So I think we're almost ready to race for next weekend at the big track, and I'm very excited for that. We're going to be racing with our friend George. He has the green Volare that has a lot more money into it than the old Super Coupe does. So I'm hoping we can put some competitive times against him, because we have a seat that doesn't flop around. That's my hope. And I'm very comfortable with where the seat landed, so I'm thinking I can be comfortable racing. So I'm happy. And it's not as bad to get in and out of as I thought. So I think we'll still be able to drive it like we wanted to. So I'm happy about that, because I didn't want to lose being able to drive the old SC, because he's a lot of fun to drive. You can whip him around corners without breaking tires loose and whatnot. So, but alright guys, that does it for this old segment of Dutch Guy's Garage. Appreciate you guys watching. And we'll see you in the next one, which the next one will be racing. And I'm excited for it, so hopefully you guys are. So we're going to go push this car to its limits and see how good the baffling and the oil pan is. I think that's going to be our next weakest link, is we can push the car, but will the car still have oil pressure? We will find out. So appreciate you guys tuning in as always. This is Dutch Guy's Garage, and always remember, they don't move until you do.